Nicky, another new Manics album. It feels like I can't keep up with you at the moment. Is the speed train taking you by surprise?
Yes, I'm slightly feeling it this week. The last 2 weeks have been such a heavy kind of promo schedule, and we worked out, this time last year we were following the Lions, enjoying that in Australia. 2 albums, 3 tours, Europe festivals, plus a lot of songs, artwork and all of it. But it's been brilliant, you know. I'm glad we pushed ourselves to this point of exhaustion.
It was a brilliant idea, in a way, to have Rewind the film and Futurology. It felt like you were already talking about this when you were talking about Rewind the film. So they feel like a pair, and they are totally contrasting. But it's a nice idea that there's the 2 sides of Manics, really, for us.
Yeah, no, definitely. They definitely should be seen together, even though, like you said, they're actually polar opposites. You know, Rewind the film is very inward-looking, perhaps our most Welsh album, actually, and Futurology is really projecting outwards, and all the European influences and through art, architecture, music, everything, so they are. But there is some connection. They were recorded mostly at the same time, obviously. The
Berlin studio, did that play a part in the kind of musical influences, as well as the city of Berlin, where you were based? Because when I first heard it, it felt quite that Germanic harshness of all the pop records that we've adopted, you know, like Kraftwerk and stuff. Did it feel like you were soaked in those influences when you were out there?
Yeah, I think it's been a gradual build-up, because we've been going there since '91, first time we toured there. Numerous holidays. I mean, I remember, probably, is it 2 years ago now, in the Jubilee? I just wanted to avoid the Jubilee so much I dragged the kids out there for a holiday and took them to really boredom, taken to art museums and sort of old Soviet buildings and stuff. So there's something deep in us all, actually. We've been there so many times over the years. Even Empty Souls video was filmed there. But I think Alex Silver is really important as well. He was a Cardiff boy, made good in Germany through Herbert Grönemeyer. And Alex recorded the Holy Bible with us in Cardiff in a really bad little studio, which is no longer there, which had a magic to it. But he's got a place in Hansa, and he knew the studio inside out. And he certainly knew the kind of Angler, post-Kraftwerk, Neucan stuff that we were trying to fuse into something really melodic.
Wow, and you've worked together on the Holy Bible, which kind of, there is something about this that brings us full circle. I was just reading Simon Price's Quietus review, who says that you've been promising this album for a very long time.
Well, I'm not like most bands. I actually really love rock journalism, and most people I really admire in music tend to be journalists, not bands, because I find them much more interesting than musicians. And across the board, really, all the writers I really trust just feel like this album is what they've been waiting for, which makes me feel really good, because I've connected with these people for the last 20-odd years, you know, and I trust their opinion. When they criticise us, I trust it, and when they really think that we've done it, I trust them too.
I loved this in The Enemy. It said, with this 12th studio album, still the enemies of greed, conformity and corruption, and still a band to believe in. That's just magical, isn't it?
It is. And it's still, you know, I still believe in the power of rock journalism to almost make a record seem better than it may even be. You know, that's where I grew up. There's a lot of records that just are kind of so fulfilled by a writer, and we're just over the moon with the reaction to this album. You know, we knew it was going to, because of the nature of it compared to Rewind the film, at first people might be a bit shocked, but I couldn't be happier.
On first listen, it is a totally jarring experience in terms of what we've expected, and that's a good thing for your ears, isn't it, when you kind of shock them sometimes to listen to something different?
Well, I think when Simon Price described it as a pop-up museum, I was just like, all my dreams come true at once, because, you know, that's what I feel is like. And I mean, we even had 5-star review in the Telegraph, so I can't remember that happening before. Perhaps that means something wrong, I don't know.
One of the wonderful things about it is loads of fantastic collaborations. The one that obviously we're thrilled about is you're pushing new Welsh talent like Kate Le Bon last time, and this album. And Georgia Ruth is a new name for the Manics family and fans. I think it's interesting to hear these different singers trying to do the Manics phrasing and language. You've certainly challenged them, but it's great and it's fab.
Georgia was brilliant. She came down from Carnarvon, I think. think she did, with her dad, with the harp, all the way down, and just seeing the size and the power of the harp. And I think it's the most extraordinary instrument in the world. To see a really brilliant harpist like Joe, it's just, I struggle with 4 strings. I don't know how many there are on a harp, but there's a lot. And just a magical moment, really. I wrote the song, I wrote the music and the lyrics, and on the deluxe edition you can hear the demo with me sort of whining away. But I always thought of Georgia straight away, because Weaker Pines in particular felt like Welsh harp krautrock, to be honest. It had the Noi motoric beat with her kind of glacial vocals over the top. And then she sang, for a few hours, and she was really, I don't know, it's just, like, same with Kate, just brilliant experience for us. And it's, James just wants to add different colours, different textures, really, because he sang so much for us.
The wonderful rumour we've heard is that you're going to tour the Holy Bible. Is that a definite plan, or? Well,
as you know, it's something we grapple with. We'd like to do it this time. We still worry about it, whether we can pull off that intensity. But there's a bit of us just loves those kind of amazing words of Richey's to be heard. I don't think it'll be a full tour. One thing I'd like to do is tour it in America, because we were obviously about to go to America. And it was the one time it felt like we had a big break. So that might be nice to tour it in America, but I don't know. It depends on futurology as well.
You'll be touring that first, then?
Probably. We're just... There's so many choices thrown up in the air at the moment.
And a Manics film, perhaps, after the Rewind the Film trilogy of videos?
Yeah, I think if there is a break, it'll be based around doing something with Kieran. Yeah. Not necessarily on us, maybe. I know he's got a film about Johnny Owen in the pipeline, which... we've already told him we'd love to do the soundtrack for, and or maybe on ourselves, I don't know, but it'll be something much more abstract and non-sort of in-your-face Manics.